Merry meet everyone. I wanted to do this last craft for Self-Love September, since today is the last day. This craft is kind of to guide me in my future with exploring self-love. I'm calling this a banishing mirror. Basically what I did was I found a mirror at Michael's, and the back is kind of a double thing. It has the stand or you can hang it, but the back comes off so you can get at the back of the mirror, which I really liked. I have on the center of the mirror angelica root, rue, and amber oil. All three of these are banishing. All three of these are known to attract positivity or replace negativity with positive emotions. The point of this mirror is basically when the person looking in it beholds themselves, that all negativity that they might feel or that they may have around them is trapped within this mirror and banished. So these three herbs are banishing herbs, protection herbs, and positive herbs, as I call them, since they have that property to replace negativity with positivity. I apologize, my camera's a little shaky. I'm holding it in my hand and kind of jittery. So, I've cleansed and given these herbs their intent as I place them on the glass, on the back of the glass, I should say. I would call them by name, so as I put the angelica root, I said, let this angelica root be cleansed, let it be pure. I had cleansed it previously as well, but I like adding that. Then I give it its intent. This angelica root is to act as a purifier, it is to act as a cleanser, and a protector. It is to banish all negativity that is reflected in this glass, replacing it instead with positive energy. And I do the same thing with the rue and the amber oil, just so you kind of get an idea of my steps that I take. Next, I'm going to take some sealing wax. I would have preferred black, given that this is a banishing mirror, but unfortunately all I have is gold right now, and I did go shopping today, but I had a few other things that I had to buy, so I did not buy new sealing wax. I'm just going to light that real quick. Sorry, just lighting it. So then you take the sealing wax and kind of go around the herbs, just adhering it to the back. You could also use clay to seal them to the piece. If you wanted to use glue, you can do that as well. Glue I tend to not like to use because it's not, I don't know why, it just doesn't feel necessarily magical. Maybe because it's not technically organic. Although truly sealing wax feels a bit not organic as well. So yeah, I just kind of go around and put this over the herbs to seal them in. And I apologize, I probably should have done this off of camera so you're not stuck watching this ordeal. And this part of the practice, you can even get a little bit more magical with if you so chose. How I'm sealing it, I'm just kind of going chaotically through it because I'm doing this one-handed and it's a little odd for me. But if I was doing this without trying to videotape using a handheld, I would probably do it in winter shins, where it's going around counterclockwise. I am going to end this ceiling part by going counterclockwise, because basically I want to banish or put away all negativity. I do want to draw protection to me. I do want to draw positivity to me. But the major intent in this craft is banishment. So, there we go. Okay. Blow that out. Okay. So I'm going to let that cool a little bit. And, if you wanted to, you could take even further measures, like if you have a protection oil or a banishing oil, you could add that to the sealing wax mix as well. For me, what I'm going to do is I am going to carve a pentacle in. And I will not, there are ways you can draw pentacles to invoke and or bring to you certain energies, and there are also banishing pentacles. I do not know the correct, I know to bring in is to do this way, so I'm going to start it by pushing out. I don't necessarily know that that is the correct way of doing things. I don't have my notes in front of me, and I'm not that great at it yet. So, because this is kind of a hodgepodge of herbs, it's not an exact thing. So as opposed to drawing, it's more of a poking. But the star's going in. I'm not sure if it's being picked up on camera very well, but the point is that it's in the wax. For magical purposes, as I break everything through. Okay, so I've put the pentacle in. Again, you can't really tell very well because, yeah, it didn't really work so hot because of the herbs that are in there. But the point to remember whenever doing a craft like this is, even if you look at it and go, that is not pretty, you can't even tell what that is. You can kind of tell there's some pokes in there, but ultimately you can't tell that's supposed to be a pentacle for protection. The point is the intent is in there. The point is that you did etch into that part the pentacle. That is what matters. That is what you should take away from with it. Okay. So that is done. And that is the major part. So we have that in there. The issue when doing this is now this backing, because I chose sealing wax, it's not going to be a perfect level thing that it once was. But it should still work, as you can see. Hi! So what I'm going to do now with this is write on here with a Sharpie. I'm not that high-tech, I shouldn't say high-tech, I'm not that cool where I can do calligraphy or I have beautiful inks or even, you know, paint would probably be more magical, I feel. But for me, Sharpies are kind of my deal. It's an easy way to put the spell onto the glass. It's an easy way. That's how I decorate my candles. That's how I decorate my jars. It's how I decorate my bowls. Everything that needs to have an inscription, it's usually a Sharpie that ends up going on there. And that might seem a little mundane, but it works best for me for right now. My hope is that I will get good with calligraphy, that I will get better with painting and things like that, and then I can get a little bit more artsy with those crafts. But for right now, Sharpie will work. I am going to use a black Sharpie and write my spell on here. And then I will ask the Lord, the Lady, the good folk, and spirits of the elements to bless the mirror. And the purpose is, as I stated before, from that point forward, once I get everything done and let it kind of charge up a little bit, when I look in it and have my negativity, when I have my self-doubt, when I have my so many insecurities, I can look in the mirror and the herbs that I put in the back, the spell that I put in the front will work together. So I'll put the spell on the front and it will pull the negativity out of me and trap it in the herbs and the spell that I put in the back and banish all that negativity. And because I chose the herbs I chose, the Angelica root and rue should replace those with positivity. Amber does that as well. I apologize, I'm misspeaking. All three of them should do that. So that is my final craft for Self-Love September. If you follow me on Facebook, I will put up a picture of the final craft. I do need to make another video just kind of summarizing my lessons that I've learned through Self-Love September. So I will have this craft done by then as well, and put that on that video also so you can see the finished product. But I did kind of want to give a little bit of a walkthrough. I really feel like when it comes to something as personal as self-love, when you do a craft, it doesn't need to be this huge ornate ordeal. It can be something that's very simple. I just used 3 simple herbs. It took me about 2 seconds to research them. It took me even shorter to, you know, cleanse them and bless them and get them where they needed to be. The longest thing was doing the sealing wax. So this is something anyone can have access to and anyone can do. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you guys in a few minutes when I do my second video. Thank you as always for watching. Many blessings.